Namaste. So here we are again, and we're going to begin our regular day of heart to heart. Okay.
Heart to heart.
So all of these I've already gone through, and this one seems to be very enthusiastic, wanting to be heard. Okay, we get it. Okay, let me pass them off to Sid and Ananda because they are just very...
Yeah. To see if I could just set this down and read it. I'll try, but I don't know. I think I might try it this way. So I don't get all those crisp visions. I used to be able to just have all that right there at hand, but... Okay, first there was a question mark, but then that dissolved. Tasting life with its flavor, flavor of varieties. Okay, is this just a message or? Why are people not doing that more? It's not right. All the varieties of life are like a beautiful field of flowers in various stages of growth and beauty and uniqueness. And why aren't people tasting the variety and setting themselves one against the other?
Yeah, rather than enjoying people's differences, they're closed off from everything, that polarization again that's taking place.
Yeah. Yes, so taste the variety, taste it, feel it, love it, instead of blocking. Just enter into it. Yeah, with an open heart and live that way.
Right.
So let's see, is that the message? Now they're showing a field of flowers that have all the varieties and beauty, really.
Right, exactly. Same thing. You know, I was talking about the other day about religious persuasions and everything. You know, get the beauty on all of them rather than restricting and constricting and missing out. There's so much that one can engage in. Again, you have to stop to smell the roses. You have to take time, do one thing at a time, and really whatever you're involved in, enjoy it immensely. Get everything you can from it, rather than just trying to do 10 different things at once and you're blocking this and you're not paying attention to anything. You're missing life. Okay? You're just missing it. So again, let's come more into the moment and begin to enjoy what's there and enjoy the different varieties.
Yeah.
Okay?
Very good.
So let's get our wild card out of the way. The lingas are always the little wild card. We never know what's going to be there.
At least they haven't jumped off the shelf yet.
Yes.
They did that before, really. Dark, 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 silence, dark. Silence, dark, stop. Stop it, stop that mind, silence.
They want silence.
I don't know if it's that or a message. It's hard to say because it feels so rich and deep.
Okay.
A message, heart message. It feels somewhat, it's not that heavy though, but I do feel some of the tantric, but it doesn't have that heaviness, so I'm not sure. Actually, it's been amazingly light. It's like I feel like my hand could go like this with this.
Yeah.
Really, I think I could float with it if I held it, which is interesting. If you feel the lightness, it feels almost hollow to me.
Oh, yeah.
At least, I don't know how long that will last, but it's interesting.
Yeah, it's got like a center of almost just that energy explosion. Feeling like,
But there's not that heavy.
No. It feels like coming from that bindu and that first explosion of energy that takes place. That first I am, and then that first, projection. That first projection. Yeah, very
interesting.
Yeah, it's very light, very, like almost in that linga, but then it's coming down and it's that first projection of Shakti, that Shakti that starts to take place.
Interesting, because when I hold it out, it feels a little bit like a hollowed out egg, or just so light.
Like that pregnant void.
Yeah, just
pregnant,
empty.
Pregnant void.
Yes, so it's just got a... which is just such a contrast to tantric that will pull you down to the ground. And this is like, I feel this way.
Yeah.
Empty feeling, but wow, it's so light. I almost feel it's just amazing. Okay, so let's see if there's anything else to be said here. So secret place, heart, tantra, something about tantric. I don't know, and it could be that they have both, that light and heavy together.
It's feeling like that. It's feeling like that they're really in that bindu, but just at that point where it's starting to move out into Shakti, that they're right at that apex, that apex of that point where it's starting to come from the unmanifest to the manifest. It feels like they're right at that juncture. It's almost like when you have quantum and stuff, or you have that explosion of the world starting to take place. That from that unmanifest to the manifest, it's like right there at that very juncture.
Interesting. Wow. Well, once it explodes, it would be something else. Let's see what. They're saying Bindu sounds right. Bindu sounds good. Sounds good, but this is heavy too. They want to say it's heavy. It's all of it. It's
right.
It's here.
It's like being in the midst of the linga, where the two are meeting, where the linga is meeting the yoni, where that point is, where it goes from unmanifest to manifest.
Nice. Nice. Let me see if there's anything else.
They're right there at that apex.
Yeah.
Kind of like the Ardhanarishwara.
We got the whole...
Where you got the unmanifest on one side and the manifest on the other side. And they're right there in the center, in the heart of that. That makes the best feeling for the
light and the heavy and then
the
heart.
It's like Ardhanarishwara. Half of it is Shiva, that unmanifest energy, that still point, and the other half is Shakti, that's in motion, always in motion. He's in the heart of that, right in the center. between the two.
Right, that sounds right. And I
Yeah,
think what they're trying to just...
and then it starts, right, it starts to move and, yeah, express. But they're never separate.
Yeah, that sounds right. And really it is about balance, how it's all there. And then the heart is the balancing point. But, you know, there's the light, there's the heavy, I guess the ethers, the earth connection.
Yeah, it's right at that very point. But it's like feeling like almost like the Ardhanarishwara. Half is that Shiva, half is the Shakti, but they're right in the heart where it's connected, where that's connected and starting to make its motion and to manifest.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting to get the feeling and expressed that way, because with here I just get those, just I guess translation of it.
Dichotomy of it. The feeling of the one, the lightness, and then the heaviness at the same time.
Much, no, but in the way that it's expressed, I'm feeling the light in this, but the feeling is there's also that rich connection to the earth. So, ethers, heavens and earth meet in the heart, I suppose, and that's how that is. But this is nice. The lightness of it is very nice.
It's so light, and it just, you can feel that pregnant energy just ready to just expand, just to explode, and just, Yeah,
those lingams are nice. They're interesting. They're very mysterious.
You never know what you're going to get. The linga is always the wild card.
Yeah, it's
always the wild card. But this one is that's, you can feel it. It's just like when you feel that bliss, that just overwhelming
really
Satchidanand, that truth existence bliss. It's like compressed, condensed in that. When you feel it, it just feels like it just goes right straight up. It's that Satchidanand, Satchidanand, that, just ready to explode.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Yeah, it's wonderful. It's a woo.
Here you go, people. Okay.
It's like, whoa.
Enjoy.
Yeah, that one is really, really nice.
Okay. So there, I guess, or what we're going to do with all of them. I'm just kind of setting them over there.
Okay, next. Yeah, no, that one was wonderful. Satchidanand in embodiment.
Yeah, really nice.
Very
Let's
nice.
see what this one has to... I don't know if this has to do with the chakras. It kind of looks that way.
Yeah,
people,
let's see. It kind of looks that way.
Not on my nose, though. That's not right. Okay. But anyway, no, throat, heart. So there's the chakras being displayed. I can see them there on my form, the different chakras.
Right.
And, what's that? So is this a message or question? Lotus is on each one. I think that's it. Written in the chakras are many times vasanas, energy patterns.
Right. Those are what have to be released. These different vasanas. And chakras are not about physical locations. They are about levels and layers of consciousness. Like I said, Kundalini is like the rotor-rooter of consciousness that releases those vasanas.
Right.
And then once they're released, one has that lotus that remains, that purity, that untouched. It
perfect.
cleans it out.
Beautiful.
Yeah, cleans it out.
But when I see the chakras, I do see different writing in there. There is writing in the heart here. It does look to be Sanskrit. I don't read Sanskrit, people. Light bulb.
We need a translator.
Light bulb back to them. I'm going to tease them. Light bulb, people. I don't read it. Anyway, I'm just teasing. They're laughing. So, but there is some writing there. And, you know, as you go up, you can see some specks in the different specks of possible darkness or specks of holdings in the different chakras that,
Right.
And absolutely, as Guruji said, with the clearing of, you know, Kundalini comes and rises up, and, you know, it works, okay? Like rotor, here we go.
Exactly, cleaning out those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's, and then the heart can, you know, come forward more. And that's really, let's see if that is that. Oh, they're still laughing. I don't know about the light bulb. Light bulbs in my brain still. Sorry. Yeah, I can only express so much. I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to all of a sudden be fluent in Sanskrit and stuff, you know. Okay,
we need a translation.
Like, why not?
Hello. We need translation.
Get a translator in. I don't know. Anyway, so light beaming, and that sounds like that's about right with this particular, and it felt very nice. It felt very light and heart-based.
Yeah, you know, that people get into the colors of the chakras and all of this, and it spins this way, it spins that way. Really, the chakras are layers and levels of consciousness that one goes through and clears out as they go forward. It will, you know, have like an echo resonance in the form, but it's not about the form. Okay, so, okay, next.
Try another? Okay.
Yes.
That's a pretty color.
They're pretty.
It almost matches your. Well, maybe it's because it's clear, but when you put it down, it reflects your colors of the green.
Close to the one color that I'm wearing. Yeah.
I like to see those colors reflected in it. Very pretty. It does look like it's got a bit of yellow though too, huh?
It's kind of got a little goldish.
Oh, gold
in it too.
People can see
clear
that.
with gold. It's very pretty.
Gold. Yeah. Okay. Time. Time head. Time's in the head. Oh boy. Measurements in the head. Times in the head. I see a...
Yeah, your mental, whatever you're holding to or pushing away creates time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And the measuring, and what I'm seeing is a measuring stick, and then there's another measuring stick, and they put them up against each other, so the mind makes those kind of comparisons.
Right.
With these measurements. And that is, that's not good. That's unreal. Has to do with what the physical world is and not spirit. Spirit doesn't measure that way.
Spirit has no time.
Yeah.
It's timeless.
Yeah, and so the yardsticks are there, stuck in the mud, really, because they just don't let that... they keep one comparing and keeping them separate with these comparisons of really, and it's all God's work. It's all God's art.
And the more the one steps into the moment, it becomes more timeless.
For sure. I mean,
the more one's not pushing away or grabbing or projecting, it becomes more timeless. When you're simply just in that moment, it becomes timeless.
That's right. So time runs off when you stay present and in the moment. It runs. And then when you're speaking, I see those yardsticks bending, kind of because they're lifeless. They're not, they're thoughts. They're made of thoughts and identifications, really. Odd symbol, the yardsticks, but you see how people do that. I'm here, I'm all these things, and you're that, and I'm better and you're worse, or the opposite, whatever people do. Saying very hard on mind and soul to do that.
Exactly.
So that's...
So yeah, if you just continue to walk the path, and the more that one stills into the moment, the more timeless it becomes. Same thing, Kali is Kundalini and is time. Okay.
Kali is time, yes.
Kali is also time and the timeless.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So again, Kali can either deceive fully or can enlighten. But the more that one comes into the moment in that stillness, the more that time factor will break. The more that one enters that timeless.
And that's something you really start noticing, definitely when you begin walking this path, which I can just speak to, is the time element changes drastically. Really right away it did. In many ways.
Quickly.
Yeah. And sometimes it seems like, it's been 6 hours and it's been a minute, and the opposite, or like you just did something, but then you feel like you never did it, and did it even happen? All sorts of things. So anyway.
Yeah, that shifts quite a bit when you start walking this type of a path. That time element is a big shift.
Okay, so thank you.
Okay, thank you for that. Onward and upward.
Onward. So far it's been mostly messages a lot.
Yeah, a lot of messages today.
You never know. Let's see. Not having, not having ears, I'm almost, not having, is that it? Not having entrance to light. Not entering light, not able, not, let's see why.
Yeah, why? What's restricting you? That's it's always possible to enter light. Yeah. So why are you blocking? What are you holding?
Light is not... what am I seeing now? I'm seeing V. Let's see. Is it fear? Not worthy. Not worthy of it.
Mm-hmm. And who said you're not worthy of it?
They told me that before.
Who told you that?
Those guys. Those ones that I had trusted. Those guys. Those false ones, I guess. But I trusted them, and now that feels like that's in me as being true, that I'm not worthy.
Yeah, that's not true. In the heart of being is just God, so why is God not worthy of the light?
Thinking into this soul is a little more. So God is here now.
Yeah, God is what gives you life.
Mm-hmm.
If God were not there, you would have no life at all. So why are you not worthy?
Okay, I'm seeing an image of Mary. Haven't seen her. She's coming forward. Touching this energy's head, actually.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just more made of light now.
There you go.
Boy, that's a lightning. That's a bolt that she put in there. This guy is just like muted. Okay.
It's like, Okay, wait, maybe I am
Yeah.
worthy. Okay, I'm like,
What was I saying?
surprise, light.
Let there be light. Well, you got it, and they got it in one big
They
thing.
got it in one big whoosh.
That's it. And now that you see Mary, and almost you see her, but her arm is there, but her arm's just made of light. So,
Yeah.
and then most of him, he's all made of light, and we just see light coming, but he's also kind of So
It's like, oh, surprise!
Yeah,
I got a little shock there. So we'll just leave her to work with him, and
to get that there.
I'm not worthy.
Don't say that mantra, okay, guys? That's not a good one to say. Oh, pretty.
Isn't that a pretty one?
Gosh. Let me show everyone
This
how
little
pretty
crackly
that
blue one.
Yeah.
It's very pretty.
Wow, you could just stare at that one.
Yeah, that one's really pretty.
Let's see. I just don't want to say that yet because I don't know. Lift. Someone laying down.
Mm-hmm.
On a bed. Lift. Stars. Like laying down always. Attendants are there.
Mm-hmm.
Is this a good thing? I am not well. I felt sick.
Are they still in form? I'm wondering if they're about ready to pass or something. If they could be somebody that is
good point.
What do you call it? Unconscious in
yeah, in that state.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
In a coma, comatose or something.
Good point. Let's see if what is a little more about it. Oh gosh, Mary's there. Attendants are here. Let's see. So you want to know more what stage if they've actually passed?
If they are comatose, if they are still in body, but it sounds like they might be in body comatose, but their spirit is still.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Coma or just getting ready to transitioning.
Or transitioning, yeah.
Question mark. Stuck here, a little stuck in one spot, which it is more earthbound, and
they're still in form.
You see the light on the other side, so it sounds like they are there. Yeah, just waiting, and that was perfect when you said that. That actually helped to bring more clarity to this scene that is being seen here. And I have attendants here. I do see someone in white. It does look Mary like that's there, like this, but I don't think that had been there before. Strangely, there is a pendulum there. I don't know. I just find it strange. Pointing up, like to them, like to help with this. I get, in terms of the way it's pointed.
Right.
So let's see what they need help with, what they're struggling with. I don't know where this is leading. I'm sick. I'm sick, and
okay. Are they aware? Are they aware of what's going on around them all the time? Are they unconscious? What's?
My body's here.
Mm-hmm.
It's here, and they're lifting me up. Feel they're moving right. They're coming out of this now, out of the body.
It sounds like there's somebody who's paralyzed or something that's, they've got people taking care of them, but maybe they're not conscious.
Yeah, hard to know with this.
Ask him if they are able to speak with the attendants there, or if they are, 9 out of 10, they're in some kind of comatose state or something like that.
It's dark where I'm at in my head.
In
my head it's dark. I can't quite feel what's there.
Yeah, they're kind of comatose, I think. That's what it sounds like to me, that they're in a comatose type of setting. I wonder if they could have... the doctors could have put them in, they do an artificial comatose state, too, for some things.
There's a lot of things. I do see, interestingly, now it's kind of got some darker energy. Mary's there. She's quite clear. It's pretty distant looking, but something's being raised. And, I wonder if it's the spirit lifted up.
Yeah.
That as well, which...
Okay, we're going to ask if there are some helpers that can go to this person, because it sounds like they're in, whether it's a induced comatose state. I think for some sorts of things they will make an induced coma, or whether they're just in that comatose state because of an accident or something that happened. But if we could get some helpers from the other side that can help that person to, come to some clarity with what's taking place.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see what happens. I'll choose one out.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, maybe that. There you go.
This is the one?
Yeah. Is that the one you want? Every time. Every time.
That's the one that's saying, me! Yeah.
That was the one. I was going to say, this reminds me of some sweet caramel.
Yeah, caramel. Something sweet. They need something sweet.
They need something sweet. So let's see. There is Mary there. I still see this darkness there. I'm just trying to feel, it almost feels like they could be transitioning too as their spirit is lifting up. So it's hard to know where they could have been in a coma as well.
Yeah.
With this taking place. It's just hard to know because
it could be a coma type thing, and if they did it medically too, then they're on drugs. They've got, it might take a while before they get some clarity of consciousness.
That too. It's hard to know.
Yeah.
Gosh, it's just more energy now. Gosh. So let's just see what kind of help does this spirit need? They're in darkness. They're enshrouded in that. They're veiled in that. Let's see if it's due to medical. I do see some shots. So I feel like the light is there working, with Mary there, and it's just more energetic, which is so interesting. And then I see that body becoming more light. So I think they're just doing their best to give this soul some
light,
refreshment and light.
Yeah.
And that may be about all right now. I don't know as far as the condition or where it's leading, but they were struggling with that.
Yeah. So I'm going to ask him, whatever you can do to open your mind and your heart to allow these helpers to come in and help you, would be really beneficial. That would help the situation. So be willing to open your mind and your heart to allow them to come in to aid you. Saying yes, yes is going to do that.
Okay,
yes,
good.
yes.
Good. Okay, great.
Okay.
Because it is getting lighter.
Yeah, because this can change. It's not, you don't have to be stuck there. To open the mind and heart, they can come in and to help to transition this for you.
Okay, they're relaxing more for sure. They are hearing it.
Okay.
And there's more of a light at the center of some of this darkness.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the people that are in the transient realm that are taking care of you, the attendants, they cannot communicate with you now as well. But the helpers that are there, Mary can communicate with you, and this other helper can communicate with you if you open up totally and allow them to do that. You're more in the realm of spirit, going towards spirit and transition off this earth plane. So you have to open to allow them to aid you in this.
That's nice. I think you brought some speech to it in a way that it makes some more sense.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really what it's about, to allow that to soak in. And,
it's like maybe there's a head injury or something, because
yeah,
I'm feeling like really a numbness here, like
Oh, it makes sense, because there's a lot of darkness.
Yeah, because it's like it's a numbness, and it's like
interesting.
There could be a severe head injury of some sort. That and that's it. Consciousness programs the brain, and then the brain acts like a computer.
Mm-hmm.
And if there's something there that it's not connecting, that's that. Yeah.
Yeah. But I think that is nice. It's lighter, and I definitely feel some more glowing, some more. It's just a whole different feeling than that pitch black and shrouded and kind of numbed out, I guess.
Yeah, I just feel it very numb. Everything
out.
is like very numb and very like off center. Like one half of it's kind of
makes sense.
A little more working than the other half.
Yeah, it's just not coming together. It's a numbed out.
That's why I think it's a severe accident, or they've been medically induced in a coma. It's something on that order. One of those two.
Well, it definitely looks hospitally. They're in the white, so
yeah, their body is not moving. That's why they have people there attending, taking care of them.
It's not moving. No, it's not moving at all. It's just laying there. It's totally, exactly.
Yeah. So continue to open to that, and let this helper. We've got two helpers there. We've got Mary, and we have another helper there. So if you open your mind and your heart and allow them to come in, they can help you. Yeah, and you don't have to stay in that darkness. They can open that pathway. See, do you want to be released from the form? Okay, maybe they can aid with releasing you from this form.
That's what a lot of it is about.
Yeah, it's
lift me up,
lift you out of that form, because that form is just nothing is working. Nothing is.
They don't want to be in it anymore.
No,
I don't blame them.
No, that's not a great place to be. So, Yeah, so just ask for that transition to take place so you can let go of that form. You don't have to worry about letting go of that form. Okay, you'll be free of that heart, that heaviness, if you let go of that form and transition, go forward into the spirit realm, and then you can get another form when you're ready.
Sorry.
Woo!
He was getting some energy there and jumped off, I think.
Whoop!
So setting it there.
Our helper just jumped.
Jumped off.
Yeah, so if you open to that, they can help you to transition out of that form.
Yeah.
And to move forward.
I think that's perfect for them to feel
into that light body.
I do see a lighter feeling. It's mistier. It is raising up, and slowly
that misty,
moving.
yeah, that misty means that they're leaving that form.
Yeah, it's more of a really white light.
Yeah, no, they're going to leave that form. Then they're getting ready to transition out of that form.
And you know what? When we used to do, when I was on hospice and we were doing energy work, there was one time when someone was just about to pass, and I believe that I was doing some energy work on them, and they passed during that time. But I could feel this energy lift up. It raised up. You could feel it, and it just went up. You could just feel the energy leave.
Right.
And that's what I'm seeing is that lightness. It's coming forward, and Mary's kind of there. It is coming up.
Yeah, they're getting ready to transition out of that form. They're going to. Yeah, that's like when Sundar Puri was ready to transition. The day before, I had taken that photograph, and you could see around him this haze, this mist. Wasn't in any other picture except for that one. And the day when he went to pass, he was sitting exactly in that same pose when he had that extreme heart attack and left the form. Yeah. So that misty, that haze comes up when they're getting ready to leave the form. That comes up. I
saw that there. Interesting.
Yeah, that comes up before they leave the form.
Wow.
So he's getting ready to. They're going to help him to transition out of that form.
It's moving along. You can feel it, and it's definitely. And you know what? As this is happening, I need to say, it feels better. I can feel things pulling out of that form, that space that one was in. And I just, again, I know people are so afraid of, oh gosh, what does this mean? But it feels actually very good. You can feel a lightness to it. There's not so much condensation of energy to it. What is that? I think that's the main thing. Is just it's such a different feeling. It's actually a nice.
It's just feeling like it's still kind of numb, but kind of like here and not here at the same time now.
It's funny that you're saying that because when I see it, it's more towards the lower part that is getting lighter and raising up, and there's still some darkness around there. There's still some
here. I'm still feeling like numb all the way through here. I'm just totally numb. It's just the oddest feeling, like I'm
and that
I'm totally numb through here and here, but it's feeling like and that's starting to lighten up now.
Worked with.
It's starting to lighten up now where it's not feeling so numb. Some of that numbness is starting to go away. But it might take them a while, even when they get out of form, if they've done a lot of heavy medications and stuff for their consciousness to clear.
For sure. But you do, there is, and they're not, I don't think they're completely out of that form yet. That's why we say the numbness.
Yeah, no, I still feel some.
You can just feel some.
But it's feel like it's lightening up. It's more to this side than it was.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. It's coming, and they're working with it, and that's a good thing. It definitely there's a shift towards in a good way.
So we're going to go ahead and close this out and let them continue to help him to transition. And I'll come back to out of numbness. I'm sure
that'd be nice to be able to feel your face again, right? That'd be a good thing.
I know. It's just like, when the doctor gives you those injections and everything is just absolutely numb.
I don't like the feeling of it. So she'll come out of being numb. I'm going to go learn Sanskrit, okay?
And maybe those light bulbs.
Yeah, those light bulbs will go away.
You just never know what you're going to get here. But yeah, no, it's so weird. It's like all of the sinus cavity, especially in that area of the brain, going up the sinus cavity to that area of the brain. It's just totally
well, it'll go away.
under like anesthesia.
Oh boy! Well, at least you're not. Maybe when you drink water, it'll dribble down. That happens. Like on Arthur.
I'm sure it will go as he continues to transition out. It will continue to lighten up.
Oh, it'll lighten up. But it's part of it. You do feel these things within.
Yes, sometimes there's absolutely that connection, and that appears to be coming back more with me again and again.
Yeah.
That feeling. It used to be when I was doing a lot of healing work that I would feel what was going in somebody else's body. It would manifest here.
Wow. Yeah, I
was doing that yesterday too when I was doing that healing video for that guy with the throat. Yeah. I was having the throat pain yesterday and the other stuff, so it does manifest here. Doesn't stay, but you can feel that what's going on there and work on it, help to transition it. So we're going to go offline, and I'm going to continue to work to transition this out.
Boy, now we need the helpers over here for her, right? Come on. Don't leave her with this.
I'm going to help the helpers there. We help the helpers, and they'll continue to do their work, and we'll continue to do our work. And Namaste, thank you for tuning in.
Thank you, bye-bye.
There we go.
Uh-oh, heart to heart.
To heart.
Heart to heart. And thank you. Oh, Mr. Raji wasn't in this one. Anyway, that's okay. He's there. The doggies are down there. I was going to say they've been so good and quiet.
They've been doing much better. Remember when we used to do this, they would always try to bother us and climb up. But now they go in and they just sit there. They're close by and they just stay quiet, and they're being very good boys.
So heart to heart, people. Thank you
heart
for
to heart.
tuning in.
Namaste.
So pretty. Bye.
Bye.